The new NBA season has already sprung some surprises, and it hasn't even been 2 weeks yet. One thing which hasn't been a surprise, though, is Ja Morant's insane performance and the way he's taken the league by storm. We knew he was good, but could he be in MVP discussions again? We'll take a closer look and also review the Miami Heat match against the Warriors, starting with Ja Morant's exceptional start to the season. Grizzlies fans would tell you they already know just how good Ja Morant was. Others who've seen him in action would say that he has a knack for being a little inconsistent at times, but everyone can agree on one thing: Ja is special, and there's absolutely nothing he can't achieve in his NBA career. Perhaps the most surprising thing for everyone has been his consistency and the way he started the 2022-23 season. It was obviously very unfortunate when his season was cut short in the crucial series against the Warriors, and as he's discussed on many occasions, Ja feels the Grizzlies could have taken down the Warriors if not for injuries. Maybe that's why he's gotten that extra fire burning inside of him to put things right this time around, and that would explain the way he's begun this season. The Grizzlies are 4-1 so far, with their recent win against the Sacramento Kings, where Desmond Bane stole the show for his side, but Ja Morant chipped in with 22.6 assists and 5 rebounds. Compared to some of his other performances this season, Ja wasn't at his best, but still came up with a solid performance. This could be a massive indicator of what we can expect from the 23-year-old this season. Moving on, a closer look at Ja's season so far. The Grizzlies began their season against the New York Knicks in a very tight game. Both teams were evenly matched, and the Grizzlies' super second quarter was immediately canceled out by the Knicks in the third, but they couldn't make a comeback. However, the most impressive thing for the Grizzlies in that match was Morant's performance. He scored 34 points along with 9 assists and 4 rebounds. The Knicks couldn't live with him as he got one amazing block to stop a sure shot basket, and he couldn't put a foot wrong. By the end of the game, one thing was clear: Ja's serious this season. The 23-year-old followed it up with his best performance of the season yet against the Rockets. He got 49 points in 31 minutes of action, which included 5 3-pointers in 6 attempts and 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 blocks, along with a steal too. And when the Grizzlies played the Mavs on the road, it was clear Dallas had too much in the tank for them, and despite Luka Doncic somewhat destroying Morant, the Memphis Star still ended the night with 20 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Not great, but very solid. Not to mention, he immediately turned things around for himself in the Grizzlies when they played the Nets and the Kings. Morant hit 4 out of 6 3-point attempts and came up with 38 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, and 2 steals to hand the Nets another loss for the season. And it was more the same against the Kings, as we've already discussed. After that, what can we expect from Morant? Ja's not slowing down. Is there anyone who can stop him? Luka managed it, but let's be honest, if there's been another outrageous performer this season, it's the Slovenian himself, and even then, Ja contributed with big numbers. The two 23-year-olds have absolutely been running the show in the NBA this season, and we don't think they'll be stopping anytime soon. But we really want to know if Ja could keep up with this and be in the discussions for the MVP, and we generally think there's no reason why he wouldn't be. Let's take a step back and look at his career statistics. He averages 21.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 7.1 assists, along with a steal per game. His shooting range is 33.5, and field goals are up to 47.6%. These are good numbers, but when you compare them to his season statistics, yes, the sample size is small, but it's not like he's playing out of his skin. Ja's averaging 32.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, 6.8 assists, and his three-point shooting is standing at an insane 56.5%, along with nearly 53% for field goals this season. Over the course of the coming weeks, this will drop, but that still would mean that Ja could be in those MVP discussions by the end of the regular season. Not to mention net stars heap praise on Morant. And it's crazy just how much respect and admiration Ja's been pulling from his fellow pros in the NBA. Before he destroyed Brooklyn with that fantastic performance, Kevin Durant was asked about Ja, and he was full of praise for the point guard. In fact, KD compared Morant to the best point guards we've seen in the NBA and added that Ja was different from all of them, considering he was unique. That's massive praise coming from someone like Durant, considering he's also said that the kind of athleticism and creativity we get from Ja is unlike any other. Others believe Ja could be even better than the likes of Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook after KD compared them to Morant. Ben Simmons also joined the hype train, and he called Ja an incredible athlete, which is spot on, obviously. On the other hand, the two important questions: can the Heat win against the Warriors, and can the Kings stop Morant? There were two big questions going into the next round of NBA action. The first one was about the Heat and the Warriors game and whether the defending champions could fall against the Heat. The second one is very much in line with the rest of the video. Is there any chance the Kings could devise a plan of stopping or even slowing down Ja Morant? Fox Sports' Dixon and Jaymz Clements discussed the two questions and reached the conclusion that the Heat truly stood a chance against the Warriors. They also believe that Ja Morant is easily the best player in the league so far this season, and there's no way the Kings could stop him or the Ja-led Grizzlies. Luckily, we've we've got an update on how those two predictions went, and we'll take an individual look at both of them. First up, the Heat versus Warriors matchup. There was a lot of hype for this game, and considering the slow start to Miami's season, analysts believed they could get something from their matchup against the reigning champions. Of course, it would have to be a top-notch performance, but the result would be a massive statement to the rest of the league. However, that wasn't how it turned out for Miami. Despite a close first half where they trailed the Warriors only by 4, the Heat couldn't get their noses in front after any quarter. The third one was another close affair with the Warriors edging out 29-28, but the total lead was already 5 points and the Warriors were in cruise control after that point. The difference in quality became obvious in the fourth quarter when the Warriors just took the game away from the Heat to record a dominant 123-110 win, inspired by Steph Curry's 33 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. But if you take a look at the rest of the Warriors side, there were some important contributions from the entire team. Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins joined the party with 19 and 18 points each and shared 12 rebounds and 3 assists between them, while the likes of Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, and James Wiseman also contributed to the Warriors' impressive win. Finally, a look at how the Kings dealt with Morant. James and Fox believed that the Kings would struggle against Morant, and he wasn't wrong. However, the Kings could have had a better chance in the game if they'd given the same attention to Desmond Bane that they do to Ja Morant. Of course, though, it's far easier said than done. The Grizzlies just have too much quality, and it's not easy to shut them down. Ja Morant, on a somewhat off night, still managed 22 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds, but it was Bane who stole the show in California, coming up with 31 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. There were significant contributions from the likes of Brandon Clark, Tyus Jones, Jake LaRavia, and Steven Adams, and that's where the Kings lost the game. But if you look at how they dealt with Morant in isolation, you'd say they did a better job than most teams have managed. In fact, it was Morant's second slowest contribution this season, but still higher than his career average. The lowest came against the side that featured Luka Doncic, so we're not surprised about that one. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Ja Morant can become the MVP this season? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like it, and we'll see you in the next one.